So good morning. This is Karen with Veronica's Dreams Coaching and Tarot. And today we are just doing our daily reading for all signs. It is a general reading for the very current energies. So this may or may not resonate. It's may or may not. And we take a look at the current situation, present and future influences, what we don't see, challenge, um, what to watch for, advice, and outcome. I'm using Somnia Tarot today. And keep in mind, I do personal readings. Link to my website is below. So let's see what we got here. What do we need to know today? What do we need to know today? Oh, these cards are so hard to shuffle. Okay, what do we need to know today? And cut the deck. So for those of you who don't know, I'm an intuitive reader. I read to how the cards make me feel, what I see, what I understand, what I hear sometimes. So in a lot of these decks, I feel like the meanings are slightly different, and so they may come across different than your regular Rider Waite. Current situation is the Star. Present influence, Nine of Swords. Future influence, Knight of Swords. Let's get out of our heads. Okay, what we don't see is Ten of Cups. That's nice. Challenge is Three of Cups. What to watch for, Six of Cups. Advice, Ace of Cups. Wow. And outcome is Knight of Cups. Wow, we've got some interesting stuff going on here. Wow, okay. This is kind of a cool reading. So at the bottom of the deck we have Ace of Wands, and that's just about, I feel like it is about passion. This is about something that you're very passionate about, but there is something beginning here, because we've got this Ace of Cups and our Ace of Wands, and the advice is Ace of Cups. And I feel like it's to take a fresh look at things, but we'll talk about that in a minute, because I have the Six of Cups too. So we have the Star, and I feel like that you may have taken some time. Yes, that's not necessarily what the Star means, but he's up on that hill, and he's taking that time to look at. To me, this is time to really generate what is important to me. What do I really want? What are my true hopes? What are my true desires? Where do I truly want to go? Where's my destiny? All of those questions that are big. They're not small. This is not a small thing because it's the Star. To me, it's a really big thing, and it's very important to you. But taking that time to really get within yourself. It's not a hermit. It's different. You're not just trying to figure a situation out, or it it's almost like you're trying to figure your life out, like that big of a deal. Like you've been in this mode of, where do I go from here? What am I going to do? What is this about? you know uh, I don't know, it feels very big to me. And I do say that too because the influence is this nine of swords. And I think it's almost like a, not a warning, but a realization. Like this influence is telling me that you have been in this situation of feeling anxious and being in your head and thinking, when for me, and all of these things. Um but you have been working on it, and you have been really trying to get a grip on what you can do to start something really passionate and good. I think that this is just a byproduct of feeling like nothing's happening, kind of like, when is this going to happen? And I'm anxious about the situation, and I'm anxious. There is a situation here, and I do feel like it's a little bit about a relationship, because we've got all cups at the last part of the reading. We've got two swords in the beginning, and those are the influences. So keep that in mind. This is what's influencing. It's not the outcome. So your future influence is Knight of Swords, and that's really about I think to me, he's facing all of these things. And I feel like it is kind of a reminder to look at the anxiety. What's really going on here? And to look at, wait a minute, you have this true hope and dreams, and that's what's happening. I also feel like this could be energy coming in. The night is kind of a little bit chaotic and a little bit fast, so it's definitely something that could be coming in really fast, and um, it's new, whatever that is. It's like this kind of, and the reason why I get the new is the Ace of Wands, but it feels, overall like the influences are really about being in your head a little bit. And I think that this is all telling you to kind of come out of your head. A lot of times when we don't know exactly what's going on, or we're not being communicated to, or those kind of things, we just kind of, we don't know. And those things can really get on our brain and make us go, bah. I totally get that. So the what you don't see is the Ten of Cups, and that tells me that there is something there that's very special. So there's something out there to you, a relationship of some kind. Love, it doesn't have to be, but it is something that's been nourished. Like, it's there, there's closeness there. And to me, this is melding too, because of all of the cups pouring into the same place, that I feel like it's this energy of coming together, like two peas in a pod, so to speak. Like, you come together and you meld. And it's that kind of relationship. And you don't see this. You don't see this. And this is love. This is genuine stuff. Ten of Cups. It's not just this fleeting Ace of Cups. I love you. Oh, only for a few months. But it's genuine and it's real, and it's relationship. It could be friendship. It could be anything, but it's very much a close situation to you. And then Three of Cups as your challenge. So to me, I see these three cups, and they're all like dumping their water, and there is like the red, black, and white, different colors. So I almost feel like, okay, this is really odd, but I feel like whatever the situation is, this could be a person from a different background, you know, uh, a race, a religion, even area. Like, when we live in certain areas of the United States, even people are really different. Their outlooks are different. Their what they do are different. So I feel like it's this. The challenge is that there is something really different, and sometimes you feel like it could really get. It feels challenging to you. Like, it feels like, is this really going to be anything, because we're so different, and so if we look at it normally, like in friendships, that doesn't matter, right? Like, we're like, it doesn't matter if we're different. It's good. But sometimes in relationships, when you come from two different backgrounds, it's not just, it's not the idea of that. It's more, um, it could be heritage, so to speak. Like, this family has these kind of celebrations and these kind of I know the word, I don't, my family doesn't have a lot. Like, literally, like, we get together at the big holidays, and I don't see even my mom and my sister very often. So my family's very separate, but some families, come together all the time, and they celebrate everything. And then, or some families are very strict religious wise, and they have these it's things they do all of the time. I can't think of the dang word. I don't know why it's not coming to me, but they yeah, that's what they do, right? So it's just different. It's not bad, good. It's just different. And sometimes when we are looking and stepping into a relationship with that kind of thing, it's a challenge. It's not a bad thing. It's not a good thing. It's just a thing. And I hope no one gets offended by that. But I do feel like sometimes if we're used to living our lives one way and this family lives their lives another way, and we're looking at getting into a relationship, that's hard. It's just different. So, what to watch for? I feel like this is twofold. I feel like this is someone coming in from the past, but I also feel like remember that what happened in the past can stay in the past. Learn from it. Because after the Ace of Wands, I did take a peek, and there's the Six of Swords there, which tells me to learn from the past. But to me, the Six of Cups is about that too. Like, we don't stay in the past, right? Watch for someone coming in from the past, but also watch for reliving it as if it were in the past. Like, whatever, if you had, let's say, a past relationship that was not so good, don't think that this relationship is going to be the same. It's not. Like, it doesn't mean it's going to be great, but it's not going to be the same. And, open your mind and heart and all of those things, because your advice is Ace of Cups to me. That's open your heart, like open up, and allow yourself to feel and love, even if this doesn't work out. I feel like this is for someone that might have gone through something hard and they're struggling opening themselves back up again. Hence, that's why we have these two cards here. Nine of Swords and Knight of Swords, the stress, the anxiety of getting into another relationship, and how will that be? Is it going to be just like the other one? And what's that going to feel like? And you start worrying. But I think this is the advice: is not to, is treat it as something new. Even if this is someone from the past, treat this relationship as different from than what it was in the past, because it is different. And I think that's why the Ace is coming in. It's different. You need to treat it differently, and you need to treat it differently from anything else in the past. Whether it was, like I said, somebody else, or if this is coming in, all of the things. This is new. This is brand spanking new. And we have the Star in the current situation. This is something that you really want. From deep down, this is important stuff. And then we have Knight of Cups in the outcome. And again, that's why I'm going relationship here. We've got all of these cups in the bottom of this reading, and I do feel like that there is something definitely coming in, and this could definitely be really nice romance. Also, I feel like whoever this is, and this Knight of Wands makes me feel protected. Like, okay, so if this is a male watching and you're the protector, you might not understand this, but I sometimes want to be protected. And I guess men would too, like, I'm a very strong person, and I'm very, like, over strong sometimes. Like, I can do this, I can do it all myself, I don't need help, all of those things. But once in a while, it is nice to feel protected, to feel like I'm shielded, to feel like I'm comforted, to feel like all of those things. And it's important. And I think that's all of us. And I feel like this is what this situation is bringing, this comfort, this feeling of secure romance. It's not just romance. It feels very secure to me. It feels very protected. It feels like whoever this is not only protecting you, but they're protecting your relationship. And it's a reminder too that that's another reason why to look at this as brand new, because they're willing to take that time to protect you. So you don't have to live in the past of going, oh, I got to watch this, watch that, watch this because of this past relationship. I can live in the now and be who I am and still be protected. I love this card as far as an outcome. I love it. So if you're looking for a relationship, I would say that things are happening soon, because again, this is a daily reading. I look at these kind of like over the next few days, maybe a week or so, but I feel like this is going to come in shortly. If this reading resonates. Yeah, because with the Ace of Wands there too, there's a little bit of speed there and passion too. So feels very good. I really like this reading. I got a little bit nervous when I was pulling all those swords, but I think that's more of, it is scary, right? Something comes in and it kind of like shocks you a little bit, and how's it going to be? And I'm going to be treated the same way, and all of those things start going through your head. And the nice thing is what you don't see is this Ten of Cups. And that's why I think all of this on the other side is so important. Like, follow your heart, know that you can open up, trust, which is hard, But if this situation again is yours, then I would definitely look at that. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed that. Please hit the like button, and leave a comment too, and let me know what you think. I appreciate it, and I appreciate anyone who's watching. I really do. Thank you.